Ryan Gosling got shredded for Crazy Stupid Love, where Emma Stone's character calls him photoshopped. In this video, we'll find out what his diet looked like to achieve that look. In order to achieve such a low body fat level, Ryan has to take his nutrition very seriously. He recently stumbled upon a secret that's allowed him to take his physique to a whole new level. It's called intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting is the process of strategically cycling periods of eating with periods of non-eating. It doesn't involve going for days on end without food, but rather it involves adjustments to meal timing in order to affect a range of hormonal responses. After trying it for a week, Gosling discovered that it is not a diet. Instead, it's a way of life, and it's one that's gaining thousands of new recruits from all walks of life every single day. In 2015, Ryan Gosling became one of them. Fasting periods usually range from between 16 and 32 hours, including the hours of sleep. A 16-hour fast can be done on a daily basis. A more extended fast, up to 32 hours, may only take place once a week. Yet to speed up the fat loss, Ryan added in a couple of 24-hour fasts each week. An example of a 24-hour fast that Ryan found successful was going from 6 p.m. one day until 6 p.m. the next day. That means he'd still be eating on both days, prior to 6 p.m. before the day he started, and after 6 p.m. the next day. During the period of fasting, Ryan discovered that it's vital that you stay hydrated with 8 to 10 8-ounce glasses of water. Fasting is actually something that Gosling had been doing his whole life. Of course, technically speaking, whenever you're not eating, you're fasting. For most of us, those periods are randomly spaced out throughout the day. But there is a period of fasting that's constant. That period, of course, is when we're asleep. So most people are fasting for 7 to 8 hours out of every 24 as a matter of course. And that's why your first meal of the day is called breakfast. You're breaking your nightly fast. At the start, Ryan was a little skeptical about the benefits of intermittent fasting. Fasting, after all, does seem pretty drastic. It goes against the grain of everything we've been taught. Don't skip meals, it'll make you fat. Or even worse, it'll eat away at your muscle tissue. Gosling is now a raving fan of the intermittent fasting lifestyle, even though he started out as a skeptic. So what has won the movie star over? Results. Results are really hard to argue with. Here's what Ryan Gosling discovered. Number 1, intermittent fasting burns fat. It's pretty hard to eat a meal without taking sugar into your body. And when you eat sugar, it goes straight to your liver to be converted to glycogen. But what happens when your glycogen stores are full? The extra gets stored as fat. A normal meal will provide you with energy to power you through the next 7 or 8 hours. Then, once the glycogen is used up, the body's going to rely on your stored body fat as its preferred form of energy. That removes fat cells from your body. Intermittent fasting will force your body to use up its glycogen store and then turn to its fat stores to supply you with the energy that you need. You will, as a result, lose weight, not muscle and tissue, but unsightly, unhealthy fat. Number 2, intermittent fasting detoxifies. Poor digestion prevents us from pulling the nutrients that we need to maintain wellness from our food. This poorly digested food produces mucus, which also limits nutrient absorption. The primary goal of detoxing is to eliminate toxins from your body. This will improve your energy, give your liver and digestive system a break, clear up your skin, and improve your health, and lose weight. Think about it. When the time rolls around to give your car an oil change, what do? You park it and stop using it while the maintenance work takes place. If you need to get from point A to point B, you either walk or use another vehicle. You simply can't give your car an oil change with the engine running. And the same goes with your body. To effectively clear all of the junk out of it, you've got to give it a break. The normal routines of eating and digestion have to stop so that the body can have the time and space to breathe and to cleanse itself. And that's precisely what intermittent fasting will do for your body. Rather than viewing intermittent fasting as a new type of diet, Gosling simply looked at it as eating the same things, just moving around the timing a little. That being said, he did make sure that he was eating a relatively healthy diet that focused on lean proteins and complex carbs. To ease his way into intermittent fasting, Ryan simply began to skip breakfast. He didn't eat anything until about lunchtime, meaning that he'd go for about 18 hours without any food. Ryan made sure not to continue his fast after a workout. It's during that window that his body was craving protein to rebuild and repair. Taking in at least 30 grams within an hour, either in the form of white meat or fish or a post-workout shake, put his body in an anabolic state. He did, though, skip the next planned meal. After introducing his body to intermittent fasting by skipping breakfast and a post-workout meal, Gosling gradually increased the time between meals. He gave his body plenty of time to adjust, though. It took up to 6 weeks for it to fully adjust to his new pattern of eating. There are a number of intermittent fasting options. The one that suits Ryan is the 16-8 lifestyle fast. This plan involves not eating breakfast, and instead you eat your first meal around 12 p.m. Then all of your calories are consumed between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. Of course, there's room for adjustment, for example, between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m., so long as they're kept within an 8-hour window. Some people prefer to skip dinner and have a decent breakfast in the morning. And it's important to realize that because you're skipping a full meal every day, your portions should be slightly bigger than they would normally be. The big result, Ryan Gosling is now an intermittent fasting convert, and it has literally melted fat off his body. At the same time, he says he has more energy and is able to build muscle more rapidly. If you want a body like Ryan, intermittent fasting is the route to achieve it. And if you want to look at some other celebrity diets, check out these videos on your screen right now. And as always, thanks for watching.